Hello everyone. So because my mental health has been going downhill, I've mostly just been resting and watching videos / listening to music. Then I started watching neurodivergent TikToks and someone asked the question if other neurodiversity affects their art styles, and they provided examples they noticed. After seeing that, I started thinking about it because if you don't know already, I'm autistic. So after looking through a bunch of my art, I decided to discuss this. Also off topic, but yes, I am drawing a self-insert character of mine paired with Julius from Fire Emblem Genealogy of the Holy War because I can and I don't care if it's considered cringy by some. Without further ado, let's begin. I think the first thing I could notice is how I'm very particular on parts of my character's hair. It's a bit hard to explain, but whenever I draw certain characters, I always have to draw their hair parts in certain ways, which for my Hetalia characters can get kinda awkward when I have to change the hair to fit history periods. Certain characters I draw a lot, I even have their hair parts memorized. Like, I already know I'm probably gonna remember how to draw Alexi's hair here, because I have multiple ship sketches of him and Julius. Speaking of hair, this is no doubt a big reason why so many of my male characters get mistaken for girls. Funny thing is, this doesn't just affect male characters, but also female characters. Fun fact, one of my main Hetalia OCs, CK originally had much shorter hair. It's grown longer over the years since I first created her. If you're to ask me though why this is, I couldn't give you a straight answer. That's the thing with a lot of my character designs. I don't always have super complex reasons for why I designed them a certain way. I couldn't tell you why Alexi here has his hair styled like this, for example. Funny enough though, I do have more thought out reasons for color schemes and characters, like, again, Alexi has a cooler color scheme to contrast with Julius's color scheme. My Italian characters, Transylvania and CK have a bit of a contrast with Transylvania having darker brown hair and eye color, while CK has more auburn hair and her eyes are lighter brown, since I think it suits them nicely. My OC Lil Rhina has this pink to light blue fade in her demon horns and tail because I personally think it looks really nice and is a unique feature on her. This might not be something everyone has picked up on, but even if characters are just ordinary humans, there's a good chance their upper canines will be noticeable. Granted, I don't do this all the time, but it is something that happens. The reason for this actually has to do more with putting a little bit of myself in my art. You see, all 4 of my canines are very noticeable and pointy. Even though it isn't always glamorous, like being teased for it, accidentally biting my inner lip more times than I could count, being told I should get them filed down so they aren't so sharp, I actually put value in them. I would never want them filed down, and I've had actual nightmares of them being pulled out or falling out, at least when I was still able to remember my dreams. So I grew into a sort of habit of drawing canines on a lot of characters, even if they are just ordinary humans, and that's the whole tale of why canines show up on a lot of characters that I draw. Oh look, another piece of myself that I put in my art! I feel like I've said this repeatedly, but my sleep schedule is fucked up, and because of that I have eye bags. So what do? I put them on characters a lot because projecting onto characters is a thing. This is actually something I was incredibly insecure about years ago, but I've slowly been moving from it. I'm finally going to divulge why my line art is thicker. It's because of my eyesight. To elaborate, I have a very hard time drawing super thin line art because I have a hard time seeing it, and it makes coloring much harder for me. But that said, I do wear glasses and my line art has very slowly started getting thinner, but it's still an issue nonetheless. So yeah, this is why my line art is thicker than you might expect. Another small detail you might notice is that I almost never draw fingernails and only do so on rare occasions. If I had to say why this is, it's probably because, and I will get a bit gross here, so I'm sorry, I obsessively chew my nails and the flaky skin around it. Yes, even after getting chewing stem toys from Stemtastic, because for some reason my brain just thinks fingernails and flakes of skin are the perfect texture to chew on. This is probably a big reason why I don't tend to draw fingernails, because I tend to use my own hands on instinct when I need a hand reference, and I already know people don't want to see bitten down nails and flaky skin around it from it being chewed on. This is also why, if you know me from the past anime conventions I've gone to, I mainly stick to costumes with gloves because I don't want people seeing my fingers. So these are just several examples I can pick up off the top of my head. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I hopefully will see you guys next time. And by next time, I mean not several weeks from now. Goodbye for now.